Strap in, friends. This is the moment we have been waiting for. Probably not just for weeks, months, years, not even just our whole lifetime, but for many, many lifetimes. This is the moments that the scales, the karmic scales, they start to balance, and things you've been working towards for many, many lifetimes actually start to materialize. Very, very, very exciting stuff. Unprecedented times we are entering. Very exciting times we are entering. Likely you can feel that, especially if you clicked on this video. It's like a wave of anticipation, right? There's this tidal wave of anticipation. Probably somewhere within you, you can just feel that things are never going to be the same again in a really good way. And know that, friends, this is just the tippy top of the beginning. Like, we're just at the beginning here. It's gonna get so good. This is just the beginning. We are officially entering a new timeline. And if you clicked on this, then certainly I imagine you are aligning, you are calibrating to this new higher timeline. But if you're still a little unsure, I'm gonna dive into the energies of what you may currently be experiencing and what you may expect to experience throughout the month of February 2026. We're gonna cover 5 different signs, 5 different points today. But first, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Hannah, and I empower you to empower yourself. And today it is my intention to do that through potentially validating your experience, what you're currently going through, maybe feeling a little isolated, a little crazy, a little broken. Hopefully I can validate what you're currently experiencing. And then from there, I can give you a little Ascension energy forecast, if you will, of what you can expect in February 2026. So you can work with that in the most empowered way possible. Just like we have weather forecasts, and it allows us to prepare, to plan, let's say, what we're gonna wear, shall we say, what events we're gonna have indoors or outdoors. This is a similar energy. So that said, let's dive right on in. I am excited. So sign number 1 is just essentially, it's a big umbrella for what you may be experiencing, the current energies right now. And I literally have a very concise title for this. It is Recovery After a Long Journey, okay? So if you've been following me for a bit, you may have heard me mention this analogy. This is the analogy I keep being given for the current energies as they stand right now. And it's essentially this. It's like, imagine that you have been this backpacker and you've just been on a very, very long journey, and you're used to carrying a massive backpacker's backpack on your back and having multiple bedrolls, let's say, and you have another backpack on your front and you've got luggage in your hands. You're used to carrying a lot, into walking, really pushing yourself past your limits. This is energetically what we've been doing at least the past 2 years, like especially the past 2 years, but it may have been more or less your whole life. And now, friends, it's like, we just dropped all of that baggage. Can you feel that? It's like release. It is relief. We've been carrying all this baggage for so long. We had become so accustomed to this heaviness, to this tension, to this intensity. We forgot what it was like to not have that. But we've put down the baggage now. We've put down that heaviness. We've put it behind us. And now we're like in that stage where you're like, it feels so good just to put that down. And it's not even nearly as good as it's about to get, of course. It's not like, when you're having all of your needs met, you're just relaxing, let's say at the beach, at the spa, in a nice bath, and just life is good. It's not like that kind of lightness. It's more like lightness in contrast to where we've been, right? And so with this new lightness that we may be experiencing, there's also some just exhaustion, right? Just like if you've been on a long journey, you're tired afterwards. You want to sleep a lot after that journey, more likely than not. You've got some sore spots probably, and that's the energy that we're in. It's like we're kind of nursing our wounds now. We're integrating, we're sleeping, we're processing. You may have physical ascension symptoms really like flaring up out of nowhere, just random aches and pains. Particularly, I'm sensing, in like the chest, the throat, and above in the higher chakra areas. So if this is kind of what you're feeling, where you're like, the old journey is done. You've put down the baggage, but you're still maybe a little sore, a little tired. You're still integrating, maybe not fully sure where you're going yet. Congratulations. You are right on track, my friend. You are perfectly on track for these energies. We are entering this new timeline. Huge sign. So sign number 2, moving into the energies of February 2026, what can you expect? Sign number 2 is that you can expect getting hits of inspiration. And I say that 3 times because that's what really came through as the word when I channeled this. It's important that it's hits. And I guess why they want me to convey it that way is because I literally see it like that explosion emoji. It's like fireworks. It's very powerful, it's very strong, it's very fast, but it disappears just as quickly. It's a hit, okay? So you're gonna get these hits of inspiration this month, and perhaps you're already starting to experience that. And I just want to clarify too, it's like everyone does have their unique journey, their unique process with these energies under this collective ascension umbrella, if you will. So it's very possible that you could be experiencing these energies at a different time, a little earlier, a little later than most people, but just this is where I see most people tend to be at, and you can more or less expect this. If you haven't experienced it yet, know that it's probably coming within the next few months for you then. But anyways, these hits of inspiration, you're gonna feel maybe more creative than ever before, more connected with your intuition, with your psychic abilities. It's gonna be really, really cool, especially after we're kind of emerging from this haze, this fog, this liminal space, and you will be rewarded. So this is very important to remember. You will be rewarded for acting, for taking real world physical action on these hits that you are receiving. And it could be something really, really small, but the rewards will be big. They will have a huge ripple effect if you're acting from a place of alignment, okay? And we'll talk about that more later. It's important that it's aligned. How do you know if it's aligned? If it feels exciting, if it feels like heart-opening, expansive, fun. Of course, with this, as I've created my own word, I call it nerve-sighted, nervous plus excited, nerve-sighted, because basically the two can be the same energy. It's just a matter of what side of the coin you're looking at. So know that this exciting energy that you could be experiencing, you might interpret it at first as like a nervousness, even a fear, because really we're in unprecedented times and you're about to enter the unknown. And you might get the hit, you might feel inspired to do something that's been on your heart for a very long time that you didn't feel safe to do. You didn't feel safe to act on. Maybe you did act on it in the past and things just didn't pan out and you had to like give up that dream or something. But know that that's in the past now, friends. The energies have shifted. This time you get the hit, you act, you are more likely than not going to see some results with that. Things are going to flow. You're going to have a big impact. And here's just a little example they want me to share just to kind of clarify how small these actions can actually be, at least this month. So let's say you have gotten the hit very strongly that you want to move somewhere else. I know many people in my inner circle are feeling this right now. Let's say you feel the hit to move somewhere else. Now, that doesn't mean the action that you're supposed to take is like literally dropping everything this month, this week, and just like moving instantly. No, no, no. It doesn't have to be like that. It could just be in that moment, the action that you take on that hit is that you start looking up visas if you're moving to a different country. You start looking up job opportunities if you're moving somewhere totally new, or apartments, homes, and it's just research, but that's still an action. It's a physical world action. It's going to yield results. Something like that might lead you to opportunities that you can't even fathom in the logical mind. So if you take nothing else away from this video, friends, take action on those hits, trust your intuition. It's going to lead you far. Sign number 3, and this is a very, very specific, very, very unique one, which is cool. So horse or unicorn or Pegasus or all of the above becoming a recurring motif in your life all of a sudden. Maybe you're seeing these things, you're seeing horses everywhere, you're seeing unicorns everywhere when they just weren't in your awareness prior. Maybe you're feeling called, let's say, to work with horses or unicorns or Pegasi. And again, it seems to be out of nowhere. This is a sign that your sort of horse spirit animal, if you will, is coming to guide you. Because if you were not aware, in this month, February 2026, yay, it is the year of the fire horse, okay? Probably you've heard it if you're in the spiritual sphere. Everyone is going on about it. Everyone's very excited about it. It's a very forward-moving energy. It's all about grounding and manifesting, seeing tangible results, okay? And so you can think of it, it's like each and every one of us this year are riding our own proverbial spirit horse. And so horse as an archetype, as a spirit animal, as a guide, is going to try and get your attention and reveal itself to you. Now, if you want to work with the energies of not only February 2026, but just the entire next year in the most aligned, empowered way possible, I recommend connecting, communicating with horse as a spirit guide, as a spirit animal. It will guide you through this year. It will show you whatever needs to be done, when it needs to be done. It will ensure that you get to the proverbial finish line of this year's race, you could say, in the quickest way possible, the most effective way possible, the most grounded way possible, the healthiest way possible for you and your soul. And so if you want to learn more about how to do that, you're like, that sounds really vague, really esoteric. How would one even do that? I will be hosting 2 special sessions in my private community and mystery school, the House of the Spirit Dragon, this month. So you are welcome to join us for those. So first off, we're going to work with the unicorns in unicorn energy, which we've never done. Very excited about that. And from what I understand, unicorns are ascended horses, you could say. They are ascended horses. Then, closer to the actual date of the year of the horse, we're going to have a sort of year of the fire horse ritual where we're going to actually meet this archetype, our personal horse for this particular year. And you will learn to communicate with that horse, and you will be able to establish a connection and get guidance. And if you're someone that's like, meditation doesn't really work with me, I really struggle to receive things, I don't really trust what I'm getting, then I highly recommend you join us for this, because just in my experience, when you're in like this collective container, it becomes super, super supportive. So many people have told me that they can't normally meditate, but then when they join in on these group meditations that I host, suddenly they get all these hits and stuff, and they really can see a lot, and it's really life-changing. It's really miraculous for them. So I encourage anyone that feels that tug, that pull, that wants to learn more, join us this month. We would love to have you. Very, very excited about the year of the horse and about the house community this month. And oh my gosh, cannot express that enough. Sign number 4 is that new opportunities for collaboration and co-creation are gonna start opening up. Okay, so this is like more or two people or more working towards a unified goal, a unified mission. Okay, and this could manifest in many ways. It could manifest through just friendships. It could manifest in a romantic partnership. It could manifest in business partnerships. It could manifest in like a student teacher relationship. Could manifest in like a mentor client relationship, etc. But it's like two or more people collaborating, co-creating something, having a shared vision, having a shared mission, and you receiving these opportunities to engage in these dynamics. So moving forward, this is a huge foundational year. I think this is really going to be the year where we start to build tangible foundations, the building blocks for this new earth that we are now creating, that we are now manifesting. And this is how we do it. It's through collaboration and co-creation. For so long, we have been isolated, right? We have been in this energy, this paradigm, brainwashed, really, every man for himself, right? It's like survival of the fittest. And it's really like this dog eat dog world kind of energy. That has long outstayed its welcome, has it not? We are so over that. And so as we step into these new earth templates, you're going to be called to have more of these collaborations with people. And from that, these really beautiful creations are going to emerge. So keep an eye open for collaboration opportunities this month. But then it's important because many of these may be coming in. So it's very important that you always listen to your own heart and your body to see what feels truly aligned at this time and what does not. Because you also don't want to take on too much and overwhelm yourself, because that will put you back into that old timeline energy. So in order to anchor into the new timeline, say yes to these collaborative opportunities, but only when it feels truly aligned. Make sure that you're listening to your body. And this could be a very, very exciting month for you. And I also get the sense that if you've been struggling financially, which I know many people have, this is a huge collective shadow. Many are working through, many are shedding the layers of this, especially in the past few years. Now, if you're saying yes to these aligned collaboration, shall we say, if you're receiving these hits, you're taking action, this is how you completely dissolve money blocks, okay? This is how you completely allow in abundance, wealth. You align with that frequency and it becomes effortless. So you may also find, I guess this is a bonus sign that's coming in, you may find that financial flow finally finds you, or you find it this month when you are doing these things. And if you're still struggling financially, look at these areas, okay? Look at these areas, these signs, and likely you're going to find that there is a blockage still. Maybe there's a part of you that's afraid to collaborate with others, let's say. Maybe there's a part of you that's, completely closed off to your own intuition. So you're not receiving the hits, or you are receiving them, but you're scared to take action. So that's a great place to diagnose if you're still struggling with money this month. So finally, sign number 5, and this is also just an energy, not just for February 2026, but I think it's the next few months or so until like the beginning officially of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. So the next few months, know that we are really solidifying this new timeline, okay? We're really grounding it in, making it real, aligning, and really closing the door to that old timeline, like once and for all. We're reaching another crucial choice point moment, another point of no return. And as such, what does this look like practically, tangibly? What can you expect? It's really quite simple. So I want you guys to let's take a collective breath, because I already can feel a lot of people's anxieties and frustrations bubbling up of people. There's a lot of fear monger, like, am I on the new timeline? Am I on the highest timeline? Oh my gosh, did I mess it up? Let's just take in a nice breath. Inhale, just imagine golden light coming in and supporting you. And then exhaling, just releasing all of that drama, that luggage. We don't need it anymore. Yeah. Okay. So it's quite simple moving forward. If something is aligned for you, if it is alignment with this new timeline, this highest timeline, it's just gonna flow. It's just gonna flow. It's gonna be so easy. It's really gonna like trick your ego and your mental mind, because this is unprecedented. Your mind, especially if you're coming out of a lot of trauma, a lot of survival mode energy, it's not gonna believe that it can be that easy. And it's gonna be like, where's the catch? There is no catch anymore, friend. The only catch is you're being called to choose the ease and the flow rather than clinging to that survival mode energy, okay? So know that if something flows, that's aligned. That's meant for you. Now, on the flip side, if you are experiencing a lot of obstacles, a lot of setbacks, anger, frustration as you're reaching for a certain goal, that's a sign that it's the opposite. That's a sign that that is not for you anymore, that is not in alignment with your highest timeline, with this new timeline that we are collectively entering. And so the best thing you can do in these moments is just, again, surrender. You can literally do what I just walked you through and imagine that you are releasing it just with your breath. It can be that quick and that simple. You set the intention before you take a breath in, take a breath out, that you are breathing in support. You are breathing in, quite literally, the newest timeline, the highest timeline, and then exhale, breathing out, releasing the old timeline, shedding that skin. We don't need it anymore, right? So yeah, this is going to be a very exciting month. I also want to temper expectations, because I know a lot of people, and I'm certainly one of these people at times. A lot of people, you're just like, oh yeah, it's getting good, and you expect it's like, okay, it's the moment it hits the year of the fire horse, everything's going to be unicorns and butterflies and rainbows. My life's going to be amazing and it's going to be like the new earth. It's not going to be like that, okay? February is still in some ways a bridge month, okay? However, you are going to notice that a lot more joy comes into your life, a lot more flow, a lot more expansiveness. Again, if you can choose that, if you can allow that, it can be a really fun time as we start to flow down this river into the really good stuff, okay? So that said, friends, I'm curious how many of these 5-ish, because I think there were some umbrellas there, these 5-ish signs, are you already experiencing or anticipating? I'm always curious to see where you guys are at. I do my best to read all the comments, especially within the first 24 hours. So curious to see where you guys are at with the current energies, how many signs you're experiencing, just what your experience is right now. Do you feel this lightness, the lightening of the load? Are you still feeling heavy and ouchy? Let me know. And then also just an announcement for offerings. This is the final week for the Path of the Dragon Mage. So if this is something that calls you, I will leave a link in the description below. I encourage you to apply now or forever hold your peace because I'm not sure when I'll offer it again. I have only one spot available at this point, but there is one spot available. So if you apply now, if you feel the hit, apply, see what happens. And then also, like if I do fill that spot, I am still happy to take on some other applications, so no worries if you're seeing this in the future. And what will happen is if I find that your application feels aligned to myself as a mentor and to the program, then I will put you on a wait list. And the next time I have openings for the Path of the Dragon Mage, you will be the first to hear about it. So if that's calling for you, you know, and I encourage you to take action. Maybe that's the hit. Maybe this is the hit that you're already receiving, and that could be the action that you take. So would of course love to have you in that experience. It's a one-to-one mentorship. But the dragons tell me that's kind of false advertising, because it's like, okay, one-to-one, human mentorship, but then it's like you don't just get me as a guide for this experience, you get so many dragons. You get like legions is the word they want me to use, legions of dragons that are gonna be working with you, guiding you, teaching you too, if you commit to this mentorship experience. So yeah, we would be honored to guide you through this. This is the perfect time to be stepping in to your Dragon Mage power, to take the bull by the horns this year and to make it work for you, or rather to take the horse by the mane and to work with it, to ride it, to channel it. Yeah, this is the time, my friends. No more procrastination. Are you feeling it? Wherever you're at on your journey, my friend, know that I'm sending you so much love, so much support, just so much lightness. Okay, if you're not feeling it yet, me and the dragons and the horses and the Pegasus and the unicorns, I guess they're all coming in. We're sending you so much lightness right now, okay, to help you experience this. It gets to be fun. It gets to be good. It gets to be peaceful. It gets to be joyful. And if you find yourself doubting that, if you're still navigating through some intensity and some challenges, I encourage you to flip it by asking yourself those things as questions. What if this could actually be fun? What if this could actually be for my highest good? What if this could be joyful? What if? This helps you to get out of that old timeline energy and fully solidify into this new higher timeline energy. You've got this, my friend. Stay powerful. I'll see you next time.